Hi everyone, welcome to Bants with B. Happy holidays. Today's episode is going to be focused on women and money. I think that as we are going into the new year, resolutions are going to get made, and I know that for me personally, every year my resolution is to be a better manager of my financial resources. And what does that look like? I picked this topic because I feel that money is often like a taboo subject for ladies to discuss. I don't know why. Even amongst my girlfriends, it's it took us a while to get to the point where we were like discussing money. And personally, my goal is to be comfortable in life, and what can I start doing now to lay the foundation to make that a reality come time for me to retire, whatever the case may be. So I'm just going to talk about a few steps on acquiring wealth, managing your resources. The first way, the rule of money is either earn more or spend less. Like, make sure either your expenses are lower than your income, or your income are significantly greater than your expenses, so you can always be on the positive side. I feel that little things that I've done over the year is just be very mindful of where's my money going, what am I spending money on. A lot of banks have apps where you can actually go into the dashboard to see a pie chart on what your money goes to every month. So you start to see oh, I'm spending X amount on food, maybe I need to start cooking more. Or I spend a lot of money at movie theaters, maybe I should start doing some red boxing, or whatever the case might be. The last one is I feel like making your money work for you, and you're never too young to make your money work for you. I feel like there's this myth that you have to be a millionaire for you to start investing. That is utter BS. Anyone can start investing. All you need is a computer or calculator and a few minutes to do some research on possible stocks. Some employers offer stock packages to the employees where either they're compensating you with stocks or allowing you to buy it at a discount. I always encourage all my girlfriends, take advantage of it. The next thing is our 401k. If you don't know what a 401k is, just think about it as a piggy bank where you're putting money away for retirement saving, and oftentimes your employees will match you. Some, they have different percentages. Some will be, if you 4% will match you 1-to-1. I always tell everyone I know, sign up for this. Sign up. If I asked one of my girlfriends when she started work, I was like, did you do your 401k? And she was looking at me like, what? I'm like, 401k. When you get back to work, ask them, do it. If you have extra bandwidth financially, you can also do a Roth. A Roth is an additional money that gets taken away from your income monthly, or whatever, however way you get paid, and that gets tucked away. The good thing about 401k is it's tax-free money. You're not paying taxes on that money that gets taken out, but you do get, based on whatever the setup is, if you were to withdraw the money, then obviously you get taxed for that. So making your money work for you, investing. One of my friends' fiance actually had this conversation with me. Shout out to you, Kule. And he was like, yeah, look at these stocks. And he actually sent me some stocks to look at and all this stuff. It's not rocket science, honestly. You just take some time to research, okay, what do I want to invest in, or why should I start investing? I always tell people, these things will appreciate in value, not depreciate. A car will depreciate in value, right? If you bought a new Louis Vuitton bag today, it's going to depreciate in value. If you bought a new pair of designer shoes, it's going to depreciate in value. So what can I do now to make sure that my money is actually earning some interest? I mean, there's a typical put in a savings account, but that earns you what, 0.000% yeah, not really significant. If you want to start looking into investing, which I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to, there are self-serve services. Ameritrade is one, Scottrade is another one that you can do it yourself. They have the platform, and you can go and buy and sell. I always encourage people to start really small. So for me, that was perhaps putting $100 a month every month, and I said how to go semi-annually. I'll take that little lump sum and go into the stock market and see what's out there. I advocate for a lot of research. My friend actually was starts to look at trends. So right now, like wearable technology is huge. We're moving into the 3D printing. We're moving into self-driving cars. This is the kind of conversations you're having. Like, okay, once we reach that peak of that trend, who are going to be involved in that? Like, what suppliers are going to be involved? Are they on the stock market? If yes, like, can I buy their stock? How expensive it is? There are some really expensive stocks. Apple is over $100. Google is like super expensive, and then there are like manageable ones. I believe Microsoft is about like $46 for one. So little things, I mean, you play to your strength, right? They play to your strength. There are others who are like, they're under like $10. Pharmaceutical is also a great industry to look at because, hey, healthcare, people are always going to be sick. We're always going to need drugs and all that stuff. So just little things like that. I'm encouraging a lot of females to take this on this year, like make that your challenges. How can I make my money work for me in 2016? And what can I do now to make that reality? And when girls tell me, oh, I don't have time for that, I'm like, look, babe, you're buying 3 bundles of Malaysian hair. You're buying 5 bundles with closure, silk closure at that. You know it's expensive. And how many times are you really gonna wear that hair? Compared to, I put this money away for 10 years, and after 10 years, I can actually afford to do some form of technology where I can install each strand to my hair. For me, it's just like, what is the short-term value being provided and what is a long-term value, and what are the comparison? Is it up to apples, or is more greater than the other? If yes, what am I willing to sacrifice? So it might be those pair of Louboutin shoes you were holding on to that you might have to let go to try to start funding some of these ideas. I know it's like, oh, the man is the head of the house, but it doesn't really hurt if you as a woman are also supporting that your household. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You shut the more the merrier. You can never have too much money. Actually, you can, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not like you have all this money, you're just sitting and not doing crap. So yeah, that is my advice. Another advice is start to look into projects. A lot of us in our mid-20s are starting to like trying to do startups and trying to like bootstrap stuff. Like, how can I support those kind of things? Like, my friend came to me with an idea. I really think the idea is going to work out. I have XYZ amount just sitting. I can give it to them, and like in exchange for that, try to get equity. There's a little conversation that I encourage people to have is, again, I don't want to work for the rest of my life. I don't want to. Like, I want to be able to support my family. So this is a conversation that I find myself asking myself, like, what can I get involved in? How can I make my money work for me? So before you buy those designer shoe bags, and Christmas is coming. If you still have your wish list, you can wish for, buy me some stocks, buy some Bants for me, parents. Don't buy me that new is it a hoverboard that's like $400? Like, put $600 more and buy a bond in my name for me to, that will go a longer way than a hoverboard that's gonna crash, who knows, maybe out of style in 2 years. Little things that I try to think about before I make huge purchases. Can this money be redirected to something that will offer me more value? Ladies, again, I'm saying ladies because this is more of a woman, is the shoes, the bags, the hair extensions. Those 22-inch hair, I know how much they cost. They cost a lot of money. But if you put a little bit of that away, things can happen. All I'm saying is we need to be better managers of our finances and not be afraid to make our money work for us. You're never too young to start thinking like a millionaire. Claim it, people. I claim it for myself. You're never too young to make your money work for you. You're never too young to pursue your goals and dreams. You're never too young to do anything you want to do, including not listening to my advice in this video. That's perfectly fine too. All right, until next time, my name is Buki and this is Bants with B.